All right, folks, welcome. My name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times. I'm the host of the stream, and as you guys can see on your screen, these are all the headlines. And as you guys probably read on the chat or on the video, this is basically a chat. We want to do this for the headlines of the day, and it also uploads automatically. We're going to try to do this every single day from around 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. So you guys can know what's going on. Right now, the U.S. is preparing to add Venezuela to the terrorism sponsor list. So they're going to slap them with the terrorist label. Also, there was an active shooter that killed wounded, but presumed killed 3 people in Chicago. The shooter is down. The active shooter status is not active as of right now. The shooter is down. Also, 1 killed, 3 wounded in a shooting in downtown Denver. Oil prices are set to go up because of expected OPEC supply cuts. So you guys might see gasoline prices go up within the next few days. There's a lot of other stuff, folks. House Democrats target DOJ decision not to defend Obamacare. Democrats set to sue to challenge the appointment of acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker. Also, AP cameraman shot during Gaza protest. Also, I don't know if I have it. I'm going to be putting it up in just a second. People in Mexico and Tijuana right now are actually battling the caravan. They don't want them there. They want them out of Tijuana. They want them out of Mexico, to be honest with you. And there's a lot of protests going on between Mexicans and the people from the caravan. And they're blocking and they're trying to get them out of establishments and get them out of these holding places that they have the caravan people in. And Mexican nationals from Tijuana are battling to get them out of their city. So that's what's going on right now, too, in the news wires, folks. Again, this is going to upload automatically, and I'll bring you guys more news as I get them. Thank you. All right, folks. So this is a news that I barely got right now regarding Ivanka Trump, and they're saying that she used her personal account for emails about government business. But one, she is not an employee of the White House, and all of her emails were not. It's not the same situation as Hillary Clinton. That's what they're trying to paint it as. But whatever you see on fake news CNN and fake news CNBC and fake news Fox News, is not true at all. So they're trying to shift the narrative, and they're trying to push people away from what really is going on, which is they're going after Hillary Clinton. They're effectively going after Hillary Clinton right now. And Fox News, CNN, and MSNBC, and all these other people are trying to deflect, and they're trying to not people won't pay attention to what's really going on, which is they are finally going after Hillary Clinton. So that's what's going on right now, folks. So all of those reports about Ivanka Trump are 100% false. All right, folks, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times, and as you guys can see, these are most of the headlines that are going on right now. Mexico expects the U.S. to begin lifting tariffs with trade deal signing. As you guys know, there's a new trade deal with the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And now Mexico is expecting the U.S. to lift the tariffs that they had implemented a few months ago. But it might happen, it might not happen, especially now with the whole caravan thing going on. President Trump might not lift any sanctions or any tariffs on Mexico anytime soon because they're doing absolutely nothing to curtail the caravan moving north, going into the United States. As you guys can see, this is the recent tweet of President Trump, and it says that the fake news is showing old footage of people climbing over the area fence, the border fence. It says this is what it actually looks like. No climbers anymore under our administration. As you guys can see, barbed wire is pretty much wrapped all over the place, and there's no way that they can jump over, get through, or anything like that. But there is footage out there of them cutting the barbed wire and trying to get through. So that is still happening right now. There's also another headline news saying that troops that are deployed to the southern border could go back home right before Christmas. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, as you guys might have heard, there was an active shooter situation at Mercy Hospital in Chicago where 4 people were shot, including a police officer. And it looks like now that the Chicago police say that officer who was shot by the gunman at the hospital has died. Also, the medical examiner in Chicago says that they have been notified of 4 deaths from the shooting at Chicago's Mercy Hospital. So we don't know 100% yet if those 4 include the gunman and the police officer that was killed in the line of duty, and 2 more. We have to get more information on that soon. Also, there is reported that there are multiple shootings going on in Chicago, Denver, and St. Louis right now. The Chicago one has to do with the Mercy Hospital incident, but there's also one in Denver and St. Louis. We're getting more information on that as we go along. The U.S. is preparing to add Venezuela to the terrorism sponsor list. And also, there is a bunch of other news stories going on right now. We're about to update a few. President Trump is set to have 2 rallies in Mississippi on November the 26th. One at 4 and one at 7 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you guys stay tuned because we're going to stream it live here at Golden State Times. So yeah, folks, stay tuned. There's a bunch of new news coming out, and we're going to be updating all of the news wires right now. All right, folks. So we have more information regarding the shooting that happened at the Chicago hospital that, as of right now, has left 4 dead. This comes courtesy of the Associated Press. And it says the latest on the shooting at the Chicago hospital. It says that the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office has been notified that 4 people have died in the shooting at Chicago's Mercy Hospital and Medical Center. The Chicago Police Department said Monday that one of its officers were shot in the attack and later died at the hospital. Earlier, witness said that a gunman repeatedly shot a woman near a parking lot outside the building before entering the hospital and opening fire. Police say that the suspect, the gunman, is dead, but it is unclear if he took his own life or he was killed by police. Chicago police have secured the hospital following the shooting that left the suspect gunman dead and 4 others critically wounded. Mercy Hospital and Medical Center released a statement late Monday afternoon saying that police officers had secured the facility and that the patients were now safe. So as of right now, there are 4 dead folks in that incident. 1 police officer, the gunman, and we believe 2 other people, including one that was the woman that got shot and killed right outside of the hospital near the parking structure. So there is 1 more that had been killed. We don't know if it was inside or outside of the hospital. What we do know is that there is 1 officer killed, 1 gunman killed, and 1 victim killed that was the prime suspect of the gunman. We don't know who the 4th person is or if it was inside or outside the hospital. Stay tuned as we get more information on that. All right, folks. So we have some of the news updates that are going to happen right now, that are going on right now. And one we have, it says U.S. preparing to add Venezuela to the terrorism sponsor list. It says the United States is preparing to add Venezuela to the list of state sponsors of terrorism, but has no final decision made as of right now. This is according to sources. And it also says President Trump is likely to give U.S. troops authority to protect immigration agents. President Donald Trump is likely to give U.S. troops authority to protect immigration agents stationed along the U.S. border with Mexico if they come under threat from migrants seeking to cross into the United States. That's what a U.S. official said earlier today. China's reform will help offset U.S. trade frictions. It says China's high-level reforms and moves to open up its economy will help cope with the trade frictions with the United States, a central bank advisor said on Tuesday, adding that China cannot go backwards on its market reforms. So, as you guys can see, the pressure coming from President Trump towards China and their really bad trade practices is actually taking a toll on China, and they are changing. They're being forced to change what they're doing, or they have been doing for the last few years, as President Trump puts more and more pressure on, President Xi and also Beijing. So stay tuned for that. Dollar declines to a 2-week low on cautious Fed comments. This is the dollar dropped to a 2-week low on Monday. It says pressured by cautious comments from the U.S. economy from the Federal Reserve officials suggesting the central bank may be nearing the end of its tightening cycle. Let's see, what else do we have on here, folks? Mexico expects the U.S. to begin lifting tariffs with trade deal signing. It says that Mexico expects Washington to begin lifting steel and aluminum tariffs against them later this month. It says when Canada, Mexico, and the United States are slated to sign a revamped trade deal, the Mexican ambassador to the United States told reporters on Monday. So, like I said earlier, Mexico thinks that the tariffs on steel and aluminum are going to come off, but they're not, because they're not doing absolutely nothing against this caravan that keeps going up north, and they're getting closer and closer to the border, which some already near the border, but they still haven't, gone towards the port of entry, which has been closed for a while. Right now, we believe that it's open, but there's a lot of barbed wire. There's a lot of defense in that area. So the caravan won't try to break through going in between the cars, which is going to make it very difficult for both CBP and Border Patrol to come out and try to apprehend them if they get in between all of the cars trying to, go in and out of Mexico at the port of entry. So stay tuned for that. It says U.S. likely to give troops authority to protect border officials, like I said. We have another one that says, let's see, we kept going that one. Thousands are being evacuated right now in Guatemala as the Fuego volcano erupts once again. It says nearly 4,000 people have been evacuated on Monday from areas around the Guatemala's Fuego volcano, which began violently erupting overnight. It says the country's disaster agency said to reporters. We also have another headline that says 16 House Democrats oppose Pelosi but offer no rival. 16 Democrat members of Congress vowed on Monday to oppose fellow Democrat Nancy Pelosi's bid to become Speaker of the House, but none of them openly said who would run against her. So they know that they don't want her, but they really haven't found someone to replace her. And that's good news for Pelosi, but bad news for those Democrats. They need to find somebody to replace her, or she will become Speaker, which actually the vote for her to become Speaker is on November the 28th. She'll become Speaker in January. Let's see. Also, White House restores access to CNN's Jim Acosta, ending a legal fight. The White House on Monday restored press access for CNN reporter Jim Acosta, ending the legal fight that has far gone against the Trump administration. President Trump gave Jim Acosta his press passes back personally, folks. I do not know why they folded or why the president decided to give it back to him. That is ridiculous. I do not know what the president was thinking or what his objective is to give him back his press credentials with no penalty, no condition, no nothing. He's like, oh yeah, here you go. Here's your press passes. All right, have a good time. And now Acosta's going to get way worse. The media is going to get way worse. And President Trump literally shot himself in the foot and is going to take, Press Secretary Sarah Sanders with him. It's craziness. He shouldn't have done that, but let's see what happens. So as of right now, folks, that's some of the news headlines that we have. We will be updating you guys with more headlines as they come in. Thank you for choosing Golden State Times as your stream of choice. Please share this live stream on social media. You guys help out immensely when you do that. As you guys can see there, 2 Trump rallies are coming up in Mississippi on November the 26th. One at 4 and one at 7 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. We will be streaming them live here at Golden State Times. So make sure you guys stay tuned. 2 rallies coming up in the next few days. Something that I haven't seen on the news, but someone told me about this. Now, this is only speculation, but they're saying that Acosta may not be able to lose his press credentials after President Trump gave it back to him personally. So I don't know what is going on with that. I don't understand the thinking behind it, because even if Acosta becomes, erratic and starts to do exactly what he was doing before, they're just not going to take it away from him. The White House and CNN, they made some kind of deal that Jim Acosta will no longer have his press credentials pulled. I don't understand it. I do not know what type of deal they could possibly have made, the White House and CNN, to protect Acosta so much that from now on, he is not going to get his press credentials pulled for any reason whatsoever. He can basically do whatever he wants, and the White House will not pull his press credentials anymore. I'm trying to see how anyone can potentially defend the president on this. This is an extremely bad move by the White House, the president, and I don't understand why he did it. But let me know in the chat. Maybe you guys have something. Maybe you guys know something that we don't know here, but that is ridiculous. All right, folks. So we were trying this out today to see if you guys were interested in this type of live stream. We want to do this a little bit over after 5 p.m. Pacific, which is 8 p.m. Eastern, and we have all of the news wires and all of the headlines of the day and stuff like that. So press 1 on the chat if you guys like this. If you guys want us to stream this again tomorrow or a later time or whatever. And yeah, so we were just trying this out today to see what you guys thought about it. But let us know in the chat. What do you guys think? If you guys like it, press 1. And we'll see if we'll do another one tomorrow and go on from there. The president's schedule is pretty much, there's not that much going on tomorrow. There is going to be a Thanksgiving event at the White House, and pretty much that's it as the holiday comes and gets near. And after the holiday, again, there's going to be 2 Trump rallies in Mississippi on November the 26th at 4 and 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you guys join us live for those. We're going to be there live in Mississippi for 2 Trump rallies on November the 26th. At 4 and 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you guys join us live here at Golden State Times. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, click the notification bell. If you'd like to help us, the link is in the description below. Thank you so much in advance. And I hope to see you guys here next time. Have a good night, folks. And we hope to do another one of these live streams tomorrow, hopefully, if you guys like it. And if not, we'll think about something else to do as we head into the holiday and stuff like that. Hopefully it gets a little bit busier in Washington, but we'll see you guys here next time. Thank you so much for tuning in.